I step up to the mic, gonna make you swing. Feel the rhythm in your bones, let the music sing. Got that poppin' beat, gonna make you move. Dancing on the floor in the swinging groove. Clap your hands now, let the trumpets sound. Swinging to the left and swinging to the right, no room for what.
Hi. Good morning, good morning. It is beautiful and sunny. I decided to leave for my work shift a little bit early so that I can spend some time adventuring. Today I'm working in the town of Discovery Bay, and this is the Discovery Bay Marina. It is beautiful today. They're doing some work over there. They'll stop in a second. They're bringing out somebody's boat because I am at a marina and they have dry storage. So there we go. There's the Discovery Bay Marina. And let's see, what can I tell you about Discovery Bay? Discovery Bay, which I thought was a small urban neighborhood, is not very small. Well, relative, right? There are 15,000 people that live in Discovery Bay. I had no idea. So the fun part about Discovery Bay is that, well, here in this part of California, we live on the Delta system, which are somewhat controlled rivers leading to the Pacific Ocean. So they go from creeks and streams down to these rivers, and the Delta system goes through a lot of farmland, so that water is used to grow. A developer decided that, hey, there's all these Delta water people, let's create a luxury neighborhood for them. So in Discovery Bay, it's very typical to have the front of your house on a road, neighborhood, court, street that you drive your cars, you park in your garage, you go in your house. Out your back door, you have a porch or a patio that goes over water. And it's set up, the water system is set up exactly like streets and courts. So you can park your boats in your backyard, your cars in your front yard, and you can go out fishing, water skiing. There's lots and lots of water activities that people do out here. It's different. We're not beach, but it does get very windy out here. It's not a big lake where it's calm and quiet. The tides do affect our delta. It's just a cute, fun community. There are lots of coves to discover, like this marina that I'm at today. And so I came a little early just to explore a little bit more. I've, driven the main streets to get to clients' homes and that sort of thing. My husband and I have come out here there's a few restaurants. We've been to 2 of them, I think. There's quite a few more. But today I am scrumbling in Discovery Bay. So I need to work on these scrumbles. Nova over at Nova Gnome Creations gave us 2 weeks to work on. One of the colors is red, and the other color that we're lined up, color suggestion, is black. Lots and lots of fun blacks in my, and the whole idea is I'm using scraps and just having fun with it, trying to build on skills that I haven't necessarily spent time just scrumbling with, right? So I'm gonna sit here in the shade. I had to park the car pretty far. I guess that goes hand in hand with all this exercise my doctor's been talking about. Parked the car, took a nice little walk through a very small shopping center area where there's the harbor master. That's the person that keeps an eye on the marina and collects the boat storage rent. Nice little walk through there, and I'll have to walk back to the car, so that's probably more steps than I've gotten in a while. So an interesting concept that I want to practice with this scrumble is I've seen quite a few spirals where they're creating a flat circle, but they're dividing the color in half. They're single crocheting in and then overlapping one color every round around so that it creates a spiral. I've never been very good at it, and honestly I have avoided patterns in the past that have done that. So with no pressure added, no goals in mind, I'm gonna work on one of those. I want to make a spiral. So I was looking up images on Google. Trusty old Google. If I read it there, it's true. I want to also be mindful of how many single crochets go into a magic ring or a circle, however you choose to do it, that makes a flat circle. So I know if you want to make a cone, a very, very fine point, you use 3 or 4. You want to make a cone, use like 5. 6 is slightly higher. 8, I think, would make it completely flat, which would be, if I'm only using 2 colors, 4 and 4. And if I was using 4 colors, I'd do 2, 2, 2, 2. I'm loving this Scrumble adventure. It's just skill building and leisure. And what a perfect environment to skill build in leisure. I'm gonna insert that picture of the chart that I found, that I'll find. I remember looking it up before a while ago, but I don't quite remember if it's 8 or not. Let's see if I'm right. Here's a picture.
I step up to the mic, gonna make it swing. Feel the rhythm in your bones, let the music sing. Got that poppin' beat, gonna make you move.
Okay, had to do a little flip-flopping. I ended up in the sun. I sat here for so long. I have about 30 minutes left, so I'm still gonna enjoy my crochet journey, but I set an alarm clock to remind me of when I need to get up and go to work. So this is what I got so far. I thought I knew the concept. That was going disastrous. Scrapped that. And I went and found a tutorial, Happy Berry Crochet, the YouTuber that I use to make all of my my lettering. Man, I love how clear and easy it is to see and understand her. So she has a tutorial on how to make many different styles of spirals. So I watched her to get the concept down. I love it. It's working out exactly how I had it in my mind's eye for this chicken. Let me see, which is my good side? Let me pull these tails out the back side. There we go. So what I didn't understand was I was using my 2 colors and I was just trying to crochet them up. Actually, it's worked with 4 strands. Again, back to that like last Wednesday on the Wipeout Wednesday, I didn't have 2 strands. So these are scraps. I've got this Premier $1.25 tree black fuzzy, and I believe this red, it's sitting behind you, digging. It's Caron's Simply Soft Party, and yes, it looks like a party chicken. I'd take her anywhere. What a view, huh? You're sitting on the edge of my purse. Let's fix ya. Hold on. It's a wild party out here. So what I did was I took some, probably, I don't know, 2-3 yards and cut off 2 the same, and then the black 2 the same. But what I wasn't thinking when I was snipping them, this bulkier yarn uses more yardage in each stitch than the slightly thinner 4. I think the red is 4 weight. I think that just chenille $1.25 tree, I think it's a 5. It's not a 6. Actually, I don't know. It's, hate that stuff. But it's working up great because I wanted the texture, right? So when you're scrumbling, even the stuff that you usually don't like, it does just fine because you're not asking much of it. You're just asking it to be whatever it is in creative, right? Let it lay where it falls. So this is all I have left. I made 2 rounds. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze a third out of it, but that one black is looking pretty small. So wherever it is when I'm done, I'm done. And I'm running a little closer on time. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll be back and show you my final results. Thank you for visiting with me today. Take care.
I step up to the mic, gonna make it swing. Feel the rhythm in your bones, let the music sing. Got that poppin' beat, gonna make you move. Dancing on the floor in the swinging groove. Clap your hands now, let the drum.
I've been scrumbling. I've been scrumbling all over the place. Hopefully I was able to add the clips to the before section of the video, of the intro. Want to see what I've been working on? Okay, so not sure if I said it, that was a day or 2 ago. Nova, over Nova Gnome Creations, has been spending a wonderful time with her family. And so she gave us 2 colors for 2 weeks. I'm working on the second. This is just my first. Ready? I scrumbled. So the fun I've been having is I want to scrumble chickens. I want to scrumble a whole bunch of crazy chicks. This is my burlesque chick. I tackled the spiral. Not only did I tackle the spiral, I tackled the spiral in 2 different weights of yarn. I think a $1.25 tree chenille fuzzy. And then it's a party with Caron, which using the party with Caron in the black and the red, it's burlesque, isn't she? She's so sassy. The marled white and red was $1.25 tree. Let's see. So I tackled that skill. Oh, so when I make ruffles, the formula is put more stitches, put long stitches or more stitches in each one of your base stitch, and it squishes them all together and then you get a ruffle, right? So in this ruffle, I did a double crochet, a triple crochet, a picot, chain 3 picot, and a double crochet in each single crochet. And I got a really, really good ruffle. That's nice and tight in there. There's a lot of stitches per stitch, 3. For the beak, which I'm struggling, I cut my yarn off too tight, so I'm struggling. When I stitch her down, I'm gonna stitch her down like that. For the beak, I did, okay, so sometimes when I'm working patterns, it'll say, do a single crochet join. I always just typically do the same join. I put a slip knot on my hook, I go into the stitch that I wanna use, I pull it through, I chain 1, and then typically I go back into the same stitch and do my single crochet, or that's my join, or I'll do my double or my half double. Technically, that is called a single crochet join. Terminology, it's all coming together on these scrumbles. That's what I like about these. I'm learning so much about letting the stitches lay where they land, about mastering techniques, combining them with other techniques that I normally wouldn't get to. So it's like whatever's been on my mind or whatever stitches I've struggled with when I come across it in instructions or in a diagram, just becoming more comfortable with them. my burlesque chick. She's done. And so I believe the first color for this week is red, and the color for next week will be black. So I'm gonna go work on that. I got homework to do. Why Nova Gnome is hanging out on a beach with her family, I'm gonna travel around and scrumble all over the place. Burlesque chick in red. Thank you for joining me. I definitely enjoyed the visits. Take care. Bye.
I step up to the mic, the naked swing. Feel the rhythm in your bones.